All right, guys. So we were gonna go camping this weekend, but I had some projects I want to work on around the house and also some projects I want to do in the van. I got some couple new things. The first big one is the EcoFlow Delta 3 Max Plus expansion battery. So this gives us another 2,048 watt hours to our electrical system. So we're gonna hook that up. And then I got some of these. They're like a bungee cord wall hanger thing. And yeah, so a couple different sizes there. A small one, a large one. And then these I got for the back door cabinets. I'll show you afterwards, but I'm hoping these will fit. So when I open the door, all the stuff doesn't fall out that we're gonna put in there. And then we also got the FlexTail showers. I want to try that out, see how that works. And so, but the first thing I want to do is get that expansion battery in there. So the battery banks are underneath the bed there. And I can access it through there. Definitely not with Ruby in the way, but the best way is actually this portion right here of the bed opens up and exposes all of it. So, but I have to make it easier, I'm just gonna push the bed back about a foot and then I'll open that up and I'll show you guys. There we go. Come on, Rubies. Come down here. Good girl. All right. So here is underneath the bed where the electrical is. So we've got the Delta 3 Max Plus here. You got the Delta 2 Max. And then all the electrical right there. So all the main electrical components are right there. If you want a full electrical walkthrough, which I'm going to do, make sure you are subscribed and have the notification bell on, because that video is going to come out very shortly, probably after I upload and edit this one. But for right now, I just want to get that expansion battery in here. And I'm thinking, so the cooling fans on the Delta 2 Max are on this side, so I'm probably going to move it over here more to the edge. And then the Delta 3 Max, the cooling's on the front and the back. And this battery is actually a little bit smaller, so I'm going to see if I can get this one over to that side. The expansion battery right beside it here, because when I open up the door, I have a little bit more room to get my hand in there because the other battery is smaller. So I was going to do some organizing and moving around in here and see how it fits. See if I can tuck that battery in right there. I guess the first thing is to see if this cord is going to fit properly. It's got to go. Oh, I might not be able to configure it that way. Because that cord has to plug in from this side. I think. Okay. So actually, that's not going to work the way I wanted it to. So, let me figure this out here. Okay, well that's plugged in. I heard it click on. Power is on the secondary battery. Pretty tight fit in here. I don't know if I like how that cord is sitting like that though. See if I can show you. So it's a really large cable that plugs into the back of the secondary battery. It runs from the main power station to the secondary battery, and it's kind of curled up and pinched up in the corner. So I'm not sure if I 100% like that. I'll see if I can configure this a little bit better, but I mean, I'm sure it's fine. But anyways, I'm going to go into the EcoFlow app on my phone just to make sure it's all working, and then I'll get back to you. Well, I think this is the best I can do here. Just because of that cord, the way they've got it configured and for how short it is, it's just got to be tucked this way. I was hoping to get the expansion battery on this side to make it easier when I'm opening up the cupboard here, to get my hand in there to turn on the breaker for the DC to DC charger, but I can still get my hand in there, just not as convenient. But yeah, we have this all ready to go. So 2 power stations, an expansion battery for a total of 6,000 and something. I'll put it up on the screen there for exactly how many watt hours, but this one's dedicated to the fridge. And then these 2 are dedicated to power everything else as house batteries. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. The van builder did give me these wooden braces to put on the floor here to screw in, so these don't move around. But these they're so heavy, and they have a rubberized bottom on them. They're not going to slide around anywhere. I don't think they will, but I'll keep them there just in case. If I do find they're moving around, I'll screw them down in place. But let's move on to the next little project. Let me see if we're going to use these and see if those will fit on the back door cabinets too. So these mesh bungees, well, they're not too bad. So they got screw holes right here. And I was thinking, see if I can show you here. Thinking maybe putting one right there. Especially like, I got a charging port right here. So if you want to charge your phone or something, you can just stick it in there while it's charging. Or it's just handy to have throw stuff in there as you're getting it out of the van. So I think I'm going to screw that one right there. That'll work. I got another size too to try these out. These are some little ones. And then I was thinking maybe putting them on the inside of the door here. Yeah, it should fit. Yeah, I think that'll fit. Just handy to have extra storage space to put things so they're not just like floating around. Like this one probably would fit the wipes in there. The only thing I don't know is the screws that it came with, if they're too long, that they'll go right through the doors. Let me check these screws. Oh, these might be too long. Well, it's going to be close. Very close. I don't want to go all the way through. Let me check that. I have to grab the drill or screwdriver to get them all the way in there, and then I can measure it. I think the most challenging thing I'm finding is trying to get used to where to put the camera and position it and filming for you guys, because it's such a small space, so that you can actually see. Okay, so that's fully seated and how much that screw comes out. Is that going to go all the way through? Oh man, that's close. I think it's going to just poke through on the other side. So, I don't know if I have any black screws, spare black screws lying around. I know I have a bunch of screws laying around somewhere. Don't know how many black ones that are smaller. Let me poke around and see what I can find. Alright, so what I decided to do was actually just cut the tip off of these screws, because I'm just going to pre-drill them a little bit anyways. But I cut off the tip, which is enough, so it's not going to go all the way through these doors. So I'm going to put one right here. And I have to put the camera down so that I can drill this and screw this in, and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I got it on there. The only thing that I'm not happy about is that one screw. I must not cut it off enough, so it kind of almost poked right through, but made an indentation there on the outside that you can, I mean, if you're looking for it, you can see it, but that kind of sucks. So I'm not happy with that. But, so I took the screw back out, cut it off a bit more, went back in there, and it's fine, but yeah, that sucks right there. At least it didn't go all the way through anyways, so it's not the end of the world. But at least it's there, and like for example, those wipes fit there, so it kind of tucked out of the way, easier to get, so that's nice. I just got to make sure I'm putting on these other ones, I cut those screws a bit more, because it just started to push that outer layer of that plywood out. Close call anyways, but so far I think I'm happy with it. I don't know if I'm going to put the other one right here, or I was thinking on the inside of the door here. Maybe right there, because I do have some of these cords and stuff. Kind of be nice to tuck in there, but it is kind of small to be tucking that in there, so I don't know. I'm going to think about this for a minute. But for sure, I am going to put one of the bigger ones right there. All right. That's cool. Especially if I'm charging something and I don't want to open the counter, just slide it down there. It's good. All right, done. I do have two more of these left, a small one and a big one, but that's going to be enough for today. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those or what I'm going to do with them. Still might put one on that side of the door. I have another big one that I would like to put right here. I just don't think I can get the drill in there. Well, maybe if I move the seat forward, I can put the big one on the back side there. But I'm going to move on to these cargo net things to see if they're going to fit. So these back cargo boxes, got one on either side here. This one was originally designed, the builder did for me, for a, can put a double burner stove in there. So, and there's a shelf that I have to decide where it's going to be. But for travel, the 2-burner stove was sitting there, and you can pull it out and you can cook on that side, and then you can prep on this side. However, thinking about it, I'm like, I don't ever see a time where I'm going to need a 2-burner stove, because we're really enjoying the 1-burner jet oil stove. So in the meantime, I like to use this as just storage. So I'm thinking this one would be like our hygiene shower-ish stuff. So I got the new FlexTail shower head. Can put in here, maybe or what other shower stuff we want, stuff it in there. But every time we open the door, it's probably gonna want to fall out. So I was thinking, this must be the bigger one, because I ordered 2 different sizes. So putting these cargo nets in there, and then it would stretch out to that side. Let me put the camera on a tripod so I can adjust this better. Well, I got 2 different sizes. 23 and a half, and I think this other one was 21. No. That's interesting. I think this is the smaller one, and the smaller one actually fits. Yeah, this is the 21 and the 0.7, which means this bigger one isn't going to fit there. So I wonder when they give you the measurements for these, they give you for the maximum or maximum stretch measurement. I don't know. Let me try on the other side. So if it screws, maybe. So they come with these clamp things, or hooks, I guess you would call them. So we'll go like that, and then this would screw to the inside like that. But I guess yeah, I would probably do it backwards like that. I don't know. I think this might work, but the screws it came with are almost the same size as the ones I use on the other cargo nets for lengthwise, but they're super thick and heavy. And this isn't going to be holding a lot of stuff in there. It's just kind of holding it in there. It's not going to be super tensioned. So I think I might use these smaller ones. But the idea, screw into the sides right there on both sides. I guess it go this way. So it's going to sit like that. That'll do. Plus it's got a little pocket there, and then I can put more stuff in behind. As long as you stop stuff when you open this up, that everything doesn't fall out on you. But I think that'll work. And then of course you can take this off if you need to as well. This is that new FlexTail shower head I was telling you about. But so I could even actually just go in there. You can put stuff in there so it's not flying around. At least I can kind of use this now so when you open the door, everything doesn't want to fall out on you. We'll test this out later in a bucket of water, see if it works. But in the meantime, I'm going to see if that other cargo net fits on this side. Now I'm wondering if I can put this shelf it's going to have to sit a little higher there. All right, see how this is going to work. What do you guys think? Let me know. Does that look good? I mean, it's practical. At least I can use that now. And then the one on this side, a little bit looser, but it's still gonna work, I think. So there's only 2 projects done, 3 projects done actually. And the last thing I wanna show you guys, we're gonna test out this new FlexTail shower. So I'm just gonna grab a bucket, put some water in it, and see how it works. So this is brand new, I've never used this before. I mean, I'm sure it's probably straightforward on how to use this. Connect the hose to the pump. Quick connect. Oh. Power is on. Oh, there we go. Should have read the instructions. So that's on. Okay, yeah, so you can control it, the shower head, right from the head itself. I'm not sure what this lever does. Maybe it's just to, probably just to hang it. But then on. It's a pretty good stream. And you can control the stream a little bit, but that's all the way on. And then off. So these are brand, you just stick it in any kind of water source. And you can wash yourself off, have a shower. That's gonna come in handy. Because we do have that shower privacy awning on the side of the van. And it's nice when you're out for a couple days just to have a quick shower. And if you want it hot water, you just boil up some water in a kettle and add it to this water, and you got some hot water. That's great. Yeah, I don't think that lever doesn't do anything. It's got to be just for, I think. Yeah, probably just to hang it while you're in there, the carabiner or something. And then conserve water. turn off. Power button's a little finicky. You have to, like, I can push it twice or something, because that's on. Oh, and it has 2 power settings. That's why. Oh yeah, okay. So that's on its strongest. That's even more. Yeah, so that's got twice as much water power there. Okay, so the power button has two power settings. There's off. So on, turbo, off. Okay, that makes sense. All right, guys, if you made it this far, thank you very much. Make sure you So yeah, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because the video that's going to come out after this one is going to be a full electrical walkthrough of the van. Everything that's electrical, right from the engine battery compartment, all the wiring there, all the lighting inside the van, how we power the whole thing up. I'll go through the whole thing with you. So we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.